End of Alexander the Great. Imagine a man who shed tears because conquering 2 million square miles was not sufficient for him. This man, known as Alexander the Great, was a glory hunter who cared solely about one thing: conquering the world. He fearlessly led his army into battle, seemingly invincible. After all, he had been on a victorious streak for a decade. While his exhausted men desired to return home and enjoy the spoils of their conquests, their king had no interest in wealth or ruling. His sole focus was on conquering. However, his fortunes took a turn when he encountered a formidable opponent in India. Alexander suffered significant losses while battling Porus, his most challenging adversary. He himself was reportedly wounded, and his horse perished in the fight. Despite his men's fatigue and pleas to end the campaign, Alexander persisted. Yet on the other side of the river awaited a fresh and formidable Indian army. Reluctantly, Alexander was compelled to comply with his men's request and call off further conquests. This marked the beginning of his downfall. Known for his excessive drinking, Alexander fell seriously ill one night, exacerbating his condition. Seizing the opportunity, his opportunistic generals gathered around him and inquired about the fate of his vast empire after his demise. Alexander responded that it would belong to the strongest, igniting a war among his generals that lasted nearly half a century. The Macedonian Empire was shattered into fragments before it could truly take shape. However, it is important to note that Macedonia was never Alexander's true focus. It was always about himself. Eventually, Alexander became paralyzed and was declared dead by physicians. Greek historians claimed that his body did not decompose for 6 days after his passing, leading them to believe he was a god. Yet they failed to realize that he was not truly deceased to begin with. Modern-day scientists speculate that Alexander suffered from a neurological disorder that induced a coma. It is plausible that he may have been aware of the plots against him before being buried alive. So if you want to explore and interested about history, don't forget to subscribe. This will cost you nothing.